Alright, so this is going to be the start of a new series that I haven't fully decided the title on. I will by the time you guys see this. Sorry if it's not the best quality. I'm recording this late at night. It's currently like 3 AM and I'm actually playing on pad, and I usually play the classic Street Fighters on stick. And the thing that I'm going to cover today for you guys is actually quite strange to do on pad. So bear with if it takes me a few attempts to get, but I'll see what I can do. Right, so obviously we're in Third Strike today. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, one of the most popular tournament games and popular Street Fighter games in general. It wasn't very popular whenever it was first released, but it was only looking back that people realised how fun the game actually was, because it was a big change. Because you have to remember that the last Street Fighter to come out before this, I'm not sure, I think it was Alpha 3, or that would be Street Fighter 03 in Japan, but yeah, I think it was Alpha 3, but you have to remember that Alpha 3 wasn't that popular over here either, just because it was sort of a side game to the Street Fighter series. But obviously Street Fighter 3 was the sequel to Street Fighter 2, and coming off of Street Fighter 2, obviously Street Fighter 3 would have been a big change, you know, especially even graphically and sound design, and obviously there's different mechanics such as parry and super jump cancels and stuff, so obviously it would have been a big enough change from Street Fighter 2. So today we're going to be looking at Chun Li, who is arguably the best character in the game. I'm pretty sure Yun, it's either Yun or Yang, I can't exactly remember, but Yun and Chun Li, I think, are consistently debated to be the top characters in the game. So today we'll be looking at Chun Li, and just a fair warning, I haven't looked into Chun Li that deeply. I haven't looked into Third Strike that deeply in general, but today we'll just be taking a look at Chun Li in Third Strike, and one of her key tools in her kit, which is something that you fellow fighting game nerds will obviously know, especially those who've looked at even a little bit of Third Strike. But one of her key things is her Super 2 there at the bottom. That's not going to be the topic of today's video, that'll be a different video. But topic of discussion today plays into the sort of role of Super 2 and trying to get medium kick to cancel into Super 2. SA2 usually called in the community, because all the supers are called super arts, so SA. Or super actions, I'm not too sure. But anyway, I will continue. Chun Li is very good in this game. I'm not going to go over all of her points today, but obviously you can see that her walk speed is very fast, her back dash is quite good, her forward dash is quite good. She has big range pokes that do a lot of damage on hit, and are quite fast for the amount of range they carry and the amount of damage they do, especially that medium kick there. Quite a bit of range, it looks quite deceptive as you can see, especially that fierce punch. That does a lot of damage. And that heavy kick can be done in neutral, or it can be done walking back, or it can be done jumping forward, which actually moves you forward as well, as you can see. But a key part of Chun-Li's game plan is actually to just sort of stall and zone until she can get enough meter built for Super 2, because Super 2 plays a lot into her game plan. Obviously, any fighting game player has seen Moment 37 with Justin Wong and Daigo parrying Super 2, which was unbelievable. Obviously the whole room just exploded, so yeah, you can tell, because nobody had ever seen that done before, but that's another topic for another video. So today I'll start to get into the main point now that I've covered just some of the basic stuff. Obviously that's like just the tip of the iceberg with Chun Li, but yeah, she has quite good buttons, as you can see, quite good range, multi-hits even, so quite good range even on her low attacks, and that crouching medium kick there is obviously her key super cancel move that you can super behind pretty easily. Oh, if I don't fuck it up. There we go. As you can see, quite easy. As I say, I'm playing on pad, so it's quite easy from both sides. As you can see, I got a first try, and obviously you can super jump cancel and stuff after to get combos, but super jumps I'm not great on pad with, so I doubt it. There you go, there's one. Yeah, so obviously Chun Li quite good in this game, quite good. But I say we should start getting into the meat of why Chun Li is quite good. Alright, well Super 2 plays a big part in it, obviously, but right, so Chun Li throw. It is actually quite good range for throw in this game. It may not look like it because you may be used to other fighting games where the throw range is a lot bigger. Like that looks like, ooh, sorry about that. That looks like it should reach right, but obviously it doesn't. But if I can get it to come out on pad, which I doubt I can, but we'll see if I can. See what I mean? I'm not a pad player, guys. I'm sorry. There we go. Right. So I was standing here, right? That whiffs. But if you actually look at what I did, see? That's crazy, right? A key part is the shadow. Look at the shadow at Chun Li's feet. And if I can do it again, I will show you. See the way she moved forward so far? See her shadow at her feet? But if you move back to where I was, her throw doesn't move forward. You may be wondering how I'm doing that. Well, it's a technique that a lot of you fighting game nerds will have heard of. People who haven't played much of fighting games may not know it, but it's actually something called a Chara Cancel. And a Chara Cancel is basically taking the movement of one move and using and plinking to get it to come out with another move. So if I can do it again here, see how she moved forward? And if you notice that I was doing the standing medium kick, that moves her forward the same amount as her Chara Cancel Throw. That's because I'm plinking medium kick behind the throw, and the medium kick hitbox is moving me forward, or her hitbox moves forward, her shadow, she takes a step forward whenever she does that move. So Chun Li will actually take a step forward while just before she does the throw. See? It's not that noticeable. Well, it is quite noticeable, but to the untrained eye it might not be as noticeable. See? She took a big jump forward. So basically that's called a Chara Cancel, and a lot of characters in this game have this. Like Akuma can use his I can't remember what the overhead is, but is it forward medium, forward fierce maybe? Where he goes down with the chop and it's a 2-hit. He can actually cancel that before it hits the opponent into Raging Demon to make them stand block and not have time to jump, which is pretty good because Raging Demon is pretty good. But obviously with Chun Li, if your opponent is just not biting and constantly crouching, obviously you can't get in your super cancels, right? So let me just set the dummy to let's do idle crouch with guard, right? Obviously if you're trying to open them up here, you're trying to get in, you're trying to use that crouch and medium kick, right? If you can't get in, then your only option is throws. But obviously you don't want to get really close to them, because obviously that provides them a chance to try and do something to interrupt you, right? But if you can Chara Cancel or throw, it doesn't look that that much better, but it really is. because you have to stand right here to get a throw, right next to them, right next to the opponent. But if you can stand even just a half a backdash away, like about here, see, she moves forward a lot, and that makes a lot of difference, especially because if you're really good with it, it's pretty much just your normal throw, which means that it's pretty much unreactable for your opponent, unless they know that you're trying to go for it. But obviously they'll be mixing it up with other moves, you know, just trying to get in, doing other stuff, you know, just stuff like that, you know, because obviously if you don't get the hit confirm and cancel in the Super 2, big parry on that last hit and you die. That's how Chun Li and Third Strike works. If somebody parries that last hit of the Super, you're completely done. Like, it's just over. So obviously, if you're trying to open them up, you know, you don't want to get too close because they can do stuff, right? Obviously, you want to keep it kind of range, right? But if they're really not biting, if they're just pure turtling, like they're playing Guile and Super Turbo, that sort of style, you can go for the Chara Cancel. If I can get it for you guys, there. Right, you see how that normal throw was whiffing? And I did the Chara Cancel? See? That moves forward a lot. And I guess I should explain what plinking is. Plinking is whenever you press a button one frame before an input. It's usually one frame, but it can be different. One frame before another move, and that should give you the properties of another move. Or in Street Fighter 4, it was used a lot for one frame links, because those were very tight to do. So plinking give you an extra 3 frames, because you would press all 3 punches or kicks, or 2 frames depending if you just wanted to press 2 buttons. So it was done a lot there, and it was done to get the Chara Cancel Throw with Chun Li here. If I can show it off one more time, see how she moved forward a little. There's her normal throw. Let's see if I can get the Chara Cancel. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty cool, and a key part of her kit, as always. You know, if you're going for the throw, you have to dash up and try and get in. But with the Chara Cancel, you don't really have to dash. You know, you can just sort of, try and get it out. If I can get it out here, just say you're going for throw, right? You can't get it; it's too far. But if you go for Chara Cancel, I think, yeah, it works. See, so that little bit of space may not seem that important, but whenever you're in the middle of a match and your opponent is really zoning you out, or the timer's running down, or your super's ran out, or you've spent it, you know, it's really something to keep an eye on, with Chun Li especially. So yeah, that was just the key point of today's video, and if this gets good feedback, then I'll probably take a look at some other fighting games, some other characters, maybe stuff that I'm more acquainted with, although to be fair, that's not many. It may just be base level stuff, or it may be stuff a bit deeper, like this video with plinking and Chara Cancels and stuff. That's not stuff, you know, your average guy pick up a fighting game and play for 10 minutes and then quit, you know, type of person would know. But it's always fun to take a look at the inner mechanics and how people got different techniques to do different things and open up their opponent and stuff. You know, it's always fun to see people using the game mechanics and exploiting them a little to see what they could really do. So yeah, that'll be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This will be one of the first big videos I've ever uploaded, so hopefully I can get some good feedback on that, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. So yeah, have a good one, guys, and remember, always pick Chun Li and Third Strike. You just win. That's how it is. Alright guys, I will see you for the next one.